What's going on, everybody out there in Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy DR2 from Ashland, Oregon. I'm going to check in a little bit. Sorry this is late, Barry. I was on the road. I'm going to drop off a little knowledge for your Barryskoolaidnation Chiefs Nation Uncensored Radio Chiefs Bloody Monday podcast. And yes, the shit is still sour punch. Another Sunday, another Chiefs L. Let's get started, I guess. People kind of flipped out about the banner. You know, people flying banners and shit to get their points across. You know, where I'm at on the banner, fly baby fly. You know what I mean? Fly that shit. You know, fans have had enough. You know, fans have paid into this organization for a long time with the swag, with the ticket prices, with the DirecTV NFL package, with the fucking $10 beers, whatever it is, you know. The Kansas City Chiefs have made a lot of money off a lot of these fans, and if they feel like they need to fly a banner to get a point across, so be it. There's a lot of people in our nation, our fan base, that are upset about this, you know, and that's their right to be upset about that. You know, that's their choice. You know, they pay money too, and if they're embarrassed by some of these so-called people who are putting money together to fly a banner, then, you know, that's their right to do so. Whether they feel like that money could be going to do other things, look, it's their money. They could do whatever they want, you know. And for those of you fans that are embarrassed by this part of you know, Chief Kingdom and calling us non-fans or what have you, you know, you want to be embarrassed about something, you know, be embarrassed by the owner that doesn't seem to give a fuck about this franchise right now. Be embarrassed about that. You know, be embarrassed by, you know, the yes man that we have at, you know, at HC right now. You know, be embarrassed about that. You know, I mean, I could think of a lot of different things to be embarrassed about than fans that just want to win. Now, again, it's your right to be upset about how they go about that. That's your choice. But you know, be embarrassed by what you're seeing on the field sometimes. You know, I mean, you didn't see it too much yesterday, to their credit, and we'll get to that in a second. But you know, I'm not embarrassed to be a Kansas City Chief fan at all. And there's a lot of people out there that think we're like the laughingstock of the NFL. I'm gonna wear my colors tried and true until I'm in the ground. That's just kind of how I roll. So enough about the banner. The shit flew. Hey, fly another one for all I care. If it's gonna promote change, bring it. Let's get to Eric Winston. You know, Eric Winston kind of went off yesterday, and you know, props to Eric Winston, man. You know, welcome to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. You know, I've been looking for someone to step up and say something for a while. You know, this team doesn't really have a vocal leader. It's been a while since we've had one. You know, and Eric Winston had, you know, a little rant after the game, and he felt like he needed to say some things concerning the fan base of the Kansas City Chiefs that was at the game yesterday. You know, after Matt got hurt, he got knocked out of the game. Pretty vicious hit, you know, by, you know, the Ravens are one of the hardest hitting fucking teams in the league, man. You didn't expect him to come in here and, you know, pat us on the ass. So, you know, Eric, you know, I don't disagree with what you said, man. I really don't. You know, I take issue with parts of it, you know, but, you know, football's a violent game, man. And, you know, everybody out there knows I'm no Matt Castle supporter. However, you know, the guy's livelihood is at stake here. You know, and when, you know, this is a violent game, man. The NFL it's not for wimps. You know, people are trying to hurt each other. You know, the Ravens, they have kind of like that Deacon Jones mentality, man. They're out there to hospitalize people, man. They hit hard, you know. And for anyone that was happy when Matt hit the turf yesterday, you know, I got a problem with that. You know, I got a problem with that. You know, this is just a game. You know what I mean? Someone's life is at stake here. You know what I mean? We've seen plenty of these players, you know, they get these concussions and they're never the same, man. I mean, look at Kyle Turley, you know, I mean, there's a perfect example, former Chief, you know, and I never want to root for someone to be beat down like that, you know. I mean, I don't want him on the field, but I don't want him off the field in that manner, you know what I mean? And so, you know, my statement to those of you out there that agree that it was a good thing, you know, to cheer or even smile or even think about fucking smiling, you know, when Matt went out, you know. I hope you get your dick caught in your zipper soon, because that's not okay. You know, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that. You know, but you know, Eric, it's kind of rough for you to group 70,000 fans too, man. You know, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wasn't there, you know, but I've looked at some video, I've listened to some audio, you know, and I've done quite a bit of reading about this today, man. And it doesn't sound like everybody was cheering when he went down, man. It seemed like a lot of people are pretty excited about the you know, the JC first down. You know, it sounded like Dwayne Bowe was trying to get people amped out there, you know. I mean, it is what it is, but to group 70,000, you know, 70K together and call people out in that group, you know, that's kind of rough, you know, and I'm sure you're probably backpedaling on that a little bit today from what I also read, but, you know, that is what it is, man. You might want to be careful with that, you know, but, you know, good looking on stepping up, you know, hopefully you can, you know, become a vocal leader of this team. Hopefully you could start protecting our quarterback a little bit better, man. Stop acting like you're on roller skates out there. You know, I mean, you have been brought in here for a reason. You know, the last 2 weeks you've been exposed. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You know what I mean? Game plan for this game. I mean, I don't know. You ran the ball fucking 50 times. You threw the ball 18 times. You know, to me, that just clearly shows lack of faith in this quarterback. I've been saying this from day one. And this smokescreen that the Pioli way and the Cornell way is feeding this team is disgraceful. You know, in order to beat the teams like the Ravens, you need to attack them, and by not throwing the ball, it just clearly shows everybody how little faith you do have in Matt Castle, but you don't have enough balls to show the whole world that he doesn't belong on the field. So the only way to get him off the field is to watch him get fucking hurt. Another 2 turnovers, you know, 3 turnovers, whatever it was, you know what I mean? We How long do you guys expect the fans to sit back and watch this? You know, I mean, I can't remember ever seeing this happen to a franchise. You know, we're like snake bitten. You know, we've become a fan base divided. Fuck the Red Sea. You could walk right through it. You know, it's crazy. You know, and this, I'm not so much upset with the players. I mean, the players have been showing up. They showed up yesterday. You know, defense came to play. You know, Tamba 2 sacks. You know what I mean? B. Flo's doing his thing, you know, Justin Houston's doing his thing, you know, and I mean, Houston's a Pioli pick, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, it's not that, it's that, you know, right now, our people pulling the strings are just unwilling to make the changes necessary for us to start winning some of these games. That's just kind of how I see it. You know, I mean, the Chiefs are rushing the ball for 100 yards every single game, man. Why are we not winning these games? Why? Because you can't run and win all the time. You have to be able to put the ball in the end zone. You have to be able to throw the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Baldwin wasn't brought in here to be a run blocker. You know, it's comical. You know, we're not playing to the strength of our players. We're just not. You know, and kind of hard to sit back and watch, but you know, it is what it is. This is the team that I root for, and I'm always going to root for them, you know. I didn't get to see the game yesterday. I'm playing a little bit of a Monday afternoon quarterback. You know, I had to take my girl to see the Niners. That's her team. And I'll tell you what, man, sitting and watching that, you know, it made me, you know, wish, you know, that's what my team was. You know, players are fucking happy, joyous, and free out there. They're feeling good. They're hitting hard. There's accountability. You know, there's a fucking, it's an amazing fan base, you know, and I can't wait till my team is that, you know, and I won't rest, you know, until that's what we see on the field, you know. I'm going to keep splitting hairs with this deal. I mean, watching loss after loss after loss, I mean, it goes over as well as like a fucking fart in an elevator. I mean, let's call it what it is, you know. I mean, I hope Matt's all right. But you know what? If he's not all right, man, you know, he's not going to be on the field, and maybe we'll see something else. I mean, Brady came in. It looked like they were moving the ball and getting ready to do some things, you know. And I know Dex had that pass interference, you know what I mean? Kind of hard for me to understand why they would run that play after being penalized for it shortly before. I mean, pass interference, that kind of a pick, you got to know that you're not going to let the refs decide that kind of game, you know. But it just seems like Lady Luck wasn't on our side yesterday, and I don't always see it as being the players' fault. These guys are out there. They seem like they're trying hard, you know. It's hard to win football games in this league, you know? It really is, and I just like to see us get back to the pride that we once had of teams coming into Arrowhead and fearing playing here, you know? Fearing playing here, knowing that there's a fucking snowball's chance in hell that they're walking out of our building with a W, you know? But that's just not the case anymore, man. Teams come in here and they put their feet up on the fucking coffee table and they take over. It's hard to deal with. But it is what it is. You know, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up next. You know, this is a team coming off a bye, and they're a pretty bad team. You know, they're a pretty beatable team in my estimation. You know, they've lost 3 in a row, but you know they're going to be ready for us. And anyone thinks that this is going to be a walk in the park, doesn't know anything about, you know, playing football on the road. You know, the Chiefs, you know, they don't travel well, you know, and so who knows what this is going to look like come Sunday. But I'm going to still root like hell for my team because that's what I do. That's what we do. I don't know. I just like to see a better game plan for moving forward. I mean, a team that can run the ball the way we run the ball, we should be winning some more of these games. But it seems like when we run the ball, we don't pass the ball well, or when we play good defense, we don't run the ball well. I mean, when was the last time we had a dominating win versus a quality opponent? I gotta go look for that, you know, because I'm pretty sure it's been quite a while since that's happened, you know, and I'm just sick and tired of mediocrity, and I'm sure everybody else is too. So that's kind of all I got this week, man. You know, sorry I'm a little late with the you know, the little video. You know, life on life's terms doesn't always leave time for this deal. But you know, shout out to all our Chief fans out there in Chief Nation. You know, let's try to stop being so divided. You know, people are fucking dissing each other, you know, blocking each other on Facebook forums and shit, unfriending each other. It's just, what is this high school shit, man? We all want the same thing. We want to win. You know what I mean? We all want to win. So I hope everybody's doing good out there. Shout out to Michael Farris. Don't worry about your UW, man. Ducks beat everybody right now, man. And we're coming for you too, Jacob. You keep sleeping. USC ain't going to have shit for us. Just like Barry said, it's going to take 55, 60 points for y'all to beat us. So we're definitely we're looking at a national championship. You know, Shaggy Shane, shout out on your little, you know, your little blurb. You know, and as always, Barry, you know, I appreciate you allowing me to have this forum to express what I need to say in reference to this team. And I enjoyed the podcast today. You know, this is DR2, the Black Italian, signing out. I hope everybody has a good week. Peace.